Hey, I guess I'm live. I am mostly just experimenting with doing live Hangouts again because I used to do them all the time, and Google's made it a lot harder to figure out how to get to your get live. So I think I'm live now. I can't even tell for sure. Um, I think this is confusing me. So in a few minutes, I'll try some screen sharing and looking at eBay. But for the moment, I just need to try to figure out how I can see the chat and see other things. Let's see. It's very frustrating. And my computer seems to be really slowing down these days. So I don't know what that's about. I guess maybe the new operating system on the Mac here. So yeah, it's not letting me move over to see anything. Okay, there we are. Live Hangout. Live control room. One person is watching. Hi, whoever you are. I seem to be frozen in my own view, so I hope I'm actually live. Everything's freezing on my computer. Huh. This is pointless, so I can't tell if I'm live or not. Okay, let's see. Live control room, is that? There's also a button that says resume Hangout on air. What can I do? I guess this is a pretty bad test given I'm having a computer meltdown while I'm trying to do it. I mean, this is really a sad state of affairs. I will, unless I get this working better, I will probably end up removing this from online. Let's see. Well, I can't. Let's see. Okay, wait, there's something there. Analytics, manage, open live chat. Let's see if this works. There may be no one there anyway. Oh, it's Rez. Hey, Rez. Okay, so I'm making some progress. It's embarrassing when you can't do these things, and I used to be able to do it all the time. I don't know. I mean, it feels like, and there are people doing live Hangouts all the time, so obviously everyone else figures out how to do it. So I've got the chat here. Masked Panther has arrived. No big deal. Yes, you're a humble man, Masked Panther. That's why you never show us your beautiful face and your wonderful beard if you still have one. Because remember, I've seen you. So here's my eBay thing. I only learned this recently, and a lot of people probably know it. So, but just in case anybody doesn't know it, I thought I would demonstrate this way that you can check out eBay, check out what is sold. So let's say I want to look for Captain America. Let's see, what was it? Number 106, because I'd like a better copy. Oops. 106. So I hunt it down. And so there's a bunch of things for sale here, CG Seed and otherwise. This is one of my favorite Jack Kirby covers, which is why I'm interested in it. So if you check this thing here, so most of you probably know it, but I just learned this today, completed set listings. Now you see things that are no longer listed, that have either sold or not sold. And the ones that have sold, the price is in green. But this one had a best offer accepted, so you don't really see the price. You see the price that was asked for, but you don't know what it actually sold for. But looking at these, most of these did not sell. There's another one that sold, another one. This one sold for 99 cents. This one sold for $10.50. Ones that did not sell are asking 35. CG Seed. Here's a CGC one that did sell for $75. The ones like this one asking for $259 did not sell. When I first looked at this earlier today, the first page I looked at of this Captain America, there were on the page were 35 Captain America comics, Captain America 106 comics of varying types, CG Seed or not, or low quality, high quality, whatever. Hey, J-Rocks, thanks for joining us. So J-Rocks asks, what are you looking to buy, Damien? I'm not looking to buy anything, actually. I'm just learning how to check out what prices were for things that sold. And more important, also of interest to me is how many did not sell. So when I looked at this page earlier today, there were 35 on the first page. There were 35 copies of this Captain America 106 that I might want to buy. Only 11 of them sold. So that, I don't know enough about, there might be more statistics about eBay, but it seems like a lot of what's on eBay doesn't sell. No, the green highlights are not the bids currently. In this, I'm looking at this page. This comic book sold, for instance, right here. Mass Panther said, I think the green highlights are just the bids currently. I am looking at ones that are no longer listed. They're called completed. So this one sold on November 12th at 5:38 in the evening, and it sold for $10.50. So by using this, by going to the completed listings there, you can learn what things are really selling for and what prices are not making it at all. So I hear people, say, well, this thing is selling for X amount on eBay. But I don't know if all of the people who are quoting eBay prices or referring to eBay for prices are looking at sold prices. So it just seems to me that a lot of stuff is not selling. A lot of stuff is mispriced, or there's too much of it and not that many people want to buy it. Let's see, what else have I often been interested in? 2001, number 8. I'll type in Machine Man. It's the first appearance of Machine Man, and it's driving me crazy because every other issue of 2001 I've bought for either $1 or 50 cents, or maybe at the most $3. But it's been really hard to find a copy of issue number 8 because it's the first appearance of Machine Man. Now, why key collectors are so interested in Machine Man, I don't know. But so here's a bunch of copies: $80, $95, $37, $17. None of them sold. Here's one that sold for $30. It's fine, very fine. So maybe that, and it was a buy it now, so that one actually sold for the buy it now price. But and then here's a CG Seed one at 7.5 that sold at $35. So, for instance, if I were someone who wanted to CGC a comic, I might go look and see what CG Seed comics of that. Mass Panther says Machine Man will probably appear in a future Marvel film. Perhaps. I've been looking at it for about 2 years, hoping to find a cheap Machine Man just because I'm a cheap bastard. But yes, the Mask is all wise and all knowing. So I hope Machine Man appears in a movie. That would be fun. But so it looks like, there's an 8.5 that's CG Seed for $28. There's there's one that was very fine, near mint condition, that went for $58. Yeah, a lot more of these have sold than that Cap 103. It seems to me, just as perusing this, although there's still plenty that don't, that are clearly overpriced. Like this one that's 7.5, the guy wanted the bids to start at $38, but actually another 7.5, where was that? At CG Seed at 7.5, sold for $35. That was like the most someone was willing to pay. So anyway, I think this is a really good way, both if you're planning to sell comics or you're planning to buy comics, to get a realistic view of it all. Let's see, there was something else I was going to look for, but now I can't. Oh yeah, I was thinking maybe my, I have the first 6 issues of Sex Criminals, and I thought maybe I could sell those off for a few dollars and buy something else. If I ever want that, I would want it in a hardback, I think. I don't think I'd want to save the single issues. So I was thinking maybe it would be worth my while to sell them. Maybe they're worth, especially the first issue, maybe it's worth something. But first print went for 99 cents here. Someone trying to sell a variant cover for $5.99, no takers. Here's a variant cover that did sell for $10. That wasn't number 1 though, that was number 4. There's a CG Seed or slabbed, PGX slabbed one that did not sell. So anyway, I'm getting a sense that probably it may not be worth trying to list my Sex Criminals on eBay. I have never sold anything on eBay, so I'm just beginning to think about it. So Mass Panther feels like he's listening to his high school English teacher using PowerPoint. Man, my high school English teacher never heard of PowerPoint. Here's a, I don't know what they mean by current printing. Oh, it's one of those image for $1 ones. They couldn't even sell it for $1.50. It just doesn't look like there's much movement in Sex Criminal sales here. Here's a first print that sold for $12 back November 13th. So, well, maybe I could sell mine, but it looks like there's, here's one that was image first again. So that muddies the water. A lot of CGCs do not sell, or slabbed ones. That one is CGC, yeah. So anyway, most of you probably already know how to do this, but I thought maybe someone out there just didn't know about looking at the sold prices. Because I think people can kind of delude themselves by just taking a quick look at eBay and thinking, oh, this comic I'm picking up for $1, I'm going to be able to flip that for $10 or $15. Maybe you will, probably you won't. It looks like a lot of comics aren't really moving. Oh, related, Coffin Hill #1. Let's see what that says. I need to click completed listings. See if I can find a Coffin Hill #1 that sold. So far, nothing has sold. Doing this and possibly Oddfellows thoughts watching makes me think I miss your uncover the covers. Maybe I should steal that idea from you if you're not going to do it anymore. If I can continue to master these live things. Oh, there's a bunch. Complete TBB lot, 6 volumes. I think those were trade paperbacks that sold. I'm starting to wonder, do trades on average maybe sell for a little bit more of their cover price than comic books do at this point? One reason why I'm thinking about all these things is because I'm moving in January. So it's like looking at these huge swaths of comics that I have, and some of which I'm never going to reread. Yeah, J-Rock says you'd have an easier time selling things in bundles, and that's a good point. If you just kind of want to get rid of them for an okay price, a bundle might be a good idea. Yeah, what else could I search for here? Let me search for Mr. Miracle. #1, because I just have a lousy copy of that. And Mr. Miracle, the Jack Kirby Mr. Miracle is one of my favorite series. There's another that's not Jack Kirby there, is it? Okay, and oh, the completed listings remained clicked here. So these are ones that did not sell. I wonder if you could look at ones that didn't sell and see if you could, oh, that's #2, if you could bid lower on them, like if they've relisted. See original listing, sellers, other items. No, they have not relisted this one. But there are sometimes, I think, when you click on something and it will say that it has relisted. Wow, that one's not in very good shape, but it did not sell. See, no, just the, I guess I'm not having any luck with that. But I may be wrong, but I just have this strong sense that a lot of people overvalue what they think they could sell their comics for, and probably when it comes time to sell their comics and they go on eBay, they may be quite disappointed. And then I don't even understand fully what eBay's cuts would be. So Mr. Miracle, what would they call a bundle? A lot, maybe. Oh, and Jack Kirby. Yeah, here's a lot of 2 Mr. Miracle issues that actually did sell. This one is a lot for I don't know how many comics, and it did sell. Maybe lots sell better, although there's a bunch that didn't sell. Wow, there's 3 Mr. Miracles that sold for $2.25 after 4 bids. There's a lot that sold for something less than $100. The first 25 are, well, almost the whole 25 issue run. Another one, a lot that's very big, sold for the buy it now. Yeah. So anyway, this is, I'm probably going on too long. All of Jay Rox's stuff is gold. And Mass Panther recommends listing as a buy it now price. Mass Panther says he sells on eBay all the time. He says you sometimes need to price high because of seller's fees. eBay will take, eBay will take 10% out of the selling price. Then you have PayPal fees. Yeah, and maybe what you do is just keep listing and relisting, I guess. I don't know. To a point where you get high enough. I mean, to a point, just keep relisting until you find someone willing to pay the price you want it for. I don't know. So I have, you know, way more than I do, Mass Panther. So yeah, that's all. I actually got this to work. I'm not quite sure how I got it to work. Tomorrow night I'll be doing a hangout. Actually, my time it'll be tomorrow afternoon. Tomorrow night, East Coast time, I'll be doing a hangout, maybe, I'm guessing, for about an hour with Rez Reads, if she's still free. And that might be on her channel or mine. We haven't discussed that fact. But now I might be able to actually make it work if it were on mine. So I shouldn't be going on eBay until I move, unless I'm going to sell some big lots of comics. Oh, that's another one I want to look for. I want to look and see, like, if anyone is managing to sell, you know, the entire run of Batman Eternal and the entire run of Batman and Robin Eternal, because both of those, in the end, I don't want to read those and I don't want to lug those around. So Mass Panther says, plus there's a listing fees, 30 cents to list and relist. So really, I mean, with all those fees and stuff, if you're not selling a big enough chunk, either a comic book that is worth a lot of money or a large number of comic books that you can get someone to pay a lot for, it must really whittle down things. Mass Panther says, I've lost money and gained money. It's crazy. So I'd love it if, and maybe I've missed it. Maybe the Mass Panther's talked about his selling experiences on eBay, or perhaps he doesn't want to give away his selling secrets. I think Jay Rocks, I've heard talk in the past about flipping some comics for good money and then buying trades. So Jay Rocks asked, do you have an idea of what you're selling? I was thinking of selling off, well, things like the Batman Eternal, big chunks mostly. What I was looking at before when I was doing the screen sharing was actually stuff that I was thinking about buying. Yeah, so I was just putting, except for the Sex Criminals. So I was thinking some of the Image books that I have, you know, that I like, Sex Criminals or Lazarus, that I read for a while and then dropped. Maybe someone would want a lot of those 5 or 10 issues. Rez says she needs to start flipping her comics. And Mass Panther says, if it's Batman, it will sell. Trust me. Rez wants to flip her comics so she can get more hardcovers. Probably hardcovers with nudity in them, I'm guessing. So yeah, I'm really impressed by people like Rez who do these live things. Somehow I find it much easier. You'd think it would be the same doing my recording my vlogs as opposed to doing it live, but somehow I feel kind of intimidated doing it live. It's one thing to have a live chat and another thing to try to chat by myself live. It feels funny, but maybe you get used to it. Rez says, gotta have nudity. Yeah, or violence, right? I actually know the comics I pulled today on my pull list, a lot of blood on the covers. The best one is this one, which is, it doesn't have the title on it, but it is sure. Oh yes, it does. Hidden in there is Lady Killer. That's a cool title, but a lot of blood. And then, well, Black Hammer has someone without any skin, and well, Britannia doesn't have blood on the cover, but I'm sure there's blood inside. Let's see. Oh, and Rez, you'll be excited that Black Beetle is appearing in Dark Horse Presents, but I assume that it will be reprinted somewhere else in some collected form. Yeah, and then Killer Be Killed has his beat up face and blood on his girlfriend's arm. I don't love blood as much as I love nudity, but you don't get that on covers, do you? Not too often. More symbolic kind of blood on Moonshine's cover. I guess that's it for the blood. I wonder if this is a variant cover on Kaiju Max. It doesn't look like your usual Kaiju Max cover. No, I don't. I guess it's not a variant. As usual, it's a fold-over cover. Anyway, I feel kind of distracted trying this live thing. It was a successful test. Maybe I will try more live solo things, but definitely some live chats coming up. Rez Reed says Americans are kind of prudish, except where it comes to blood, right? Rez and I are one of the things we're gonna talk about tomorrow is Shipwreck, which boy did that have a bloody few first pages. So I think I'll say goodnight and I'll talk to you all later. Thanks to J Rocks, Mass Panther, Rez Reeds. Oddfellows Thoughts was here at least for a second. And yeah, I think that was all the people in the chat room here with me. Really glad you guys stopped by for this test. I guess you can go live and you can see some of your friends or hear some of your friends, because all of you guys who commented here, I definitely consider my online friends. So have a good night.